Good late morning, Keto fam. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 11:30. All right. So, I was not feeling good yesterday. Today is Thursday, October 26th, I believe. So, I think last Thursday I got on the scale. Remember I said I was going to go ahead and get on the scale to see what kind of damage I had done to myself during this camping trip. Well, it had been 2 days. Yeah, I believe 2 days when I had gotten back that I had gone straight back to eating carnivore. And I basically just filled up on bacon, eggs, and I think ribeyes. Over the weekend, we had gone to Costco to do, because I needed some meat. So we had gone to Costco, and I got some meat. I needed meat. I needed to go back. I'll probably go back again this weekend. There's some things that I was not able to get while I was there. I was busy. If anybody's ever been to one of them big box type grocery places, BJ's, Costco, Sam's, on the weekend, you know what it's like. It's pretty crazy. And it was crazy. So I just kind of went through real quick, got what I needed. I had my granddaughter and my daughter with me, so you know that slows you down a little bit. But I didn't get everything I wanted to get. It was chaotic. I have a touch of like when I get in crowds, there's a lot of people, I get really like, I don't know what it's called, but I do get that way. Anxiety, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I need to go back this weekend just to get a few more things, you know, in and out kind of thing. I will be hosting Thanksgiving this year, and it's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. I'll have at least a dozen people here for Thanksgiving. And I don't plan on cheating on Thanksgiving. I may cook myself a steak or just eat the turkey and maybe some vegetables. But here's the cheating that may occur on Thanksgiving. I'm cooking everything. So I'm going to have to taste everything to be sure that it's edible for everybody else. So that will likely be the crux of my cheating, tasting food to be sure it's okay to serve people. Yesterday the hubby was home, and I was feeling really fatigued and not really up for it. I actually had felt quite fatigued over the last few days, so I didn't record yesterday. But I'm feeling better today because it's just been straight up meat since I got back. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to wash my hands. I am panning up some bacon, put it in the oven, and I'll show you what else I'm eating. Okay, I am also a fan of Spam, guys. I will be frying a few pieces of Spam. Let's see what the ingredients... Who knows? Okay, I'm sure the ingredients are on here somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to eat some Spam. And I'm going to cook some of these Kroger fully pork sausages, which there's some questionable ingredients in here as well. For one patty, the calories are 200. Total fat is 19 grams. 7 of which is saturated, 6 grams of protein, and less than 1 gram of carbohydrate. And I'm going to tell you where the carbohydrates are coming from. Corn syrup and dextrose in these sausage. Why people do this, I have no idea. Maybe for the palate. I don't know. But I'm going to have a couple of those and some Spam and the bacon. Yesterday, I could not eat an entire ribeye the other day, so I had about a half a ribeye left over and some pieces of bacon left over. So what I did is I diced up the steak and sauteed it in some butter. Took an omelet, made an omelet with some cheese, the diced the ribeye I had left over, and the few pieces of bacon I had in there, and I ate that. Later on in the day, what did I have? I think I had some beef jerky that I get from Costco. I hope she's not getting sick. And what are you waiting for? Are you waiting to eat? The dog is right at my feet. So yeah, that has been my few days. So when I got on the scale, I was 209.8, I believe. And that was like 2.5 days after we got back, after intermittent fasting and eating carnivore. So I don't even want to know what I was the day I got back. I can just imagine, because for those 2 days I was eating carnivore, I was releasing a lot of fluid through urine. So I was going to the bathroom constantly. Even all through the night I was going to the bathroom. So this morning when I got on, I was 206.2. So that's what, 3.4 pounds in a week. And it's all fluids because I am constantly going to the bathroom. Constantly. So the last few days that I hadn't been feeling good, I did not want to get out of bed. But I have to. I watch my 3-year-old granddaughter, so I'm essentially forced to get out of bed. I can't leave this 3-year-old just roaming my house. So, although she was down here by herself this morning before I got out, it was almost 10 o'clock, you guys, before I got out of bed. I don't know what is happening. Well, I kind of do, but I received the paperwork from a rheumatologist office that I ended up making a appointment with so they could run more tests to see what it is that's going on, because a lot of people that I've watched on YouTube and done some research have had very similar symptoms as me, and it turned out to be lupus. I am convinced that it's lupus. Can I say for 100% that it is? I do not know. However, you know, when I was in my mid-20s, they thought I had lupus. So, and if I've been living with this for, 30 years, I'm going to be so mad, because weight gain is a symptom of it. It's generally weight loss, but weight gain can be a symptom of it. All right, I got my pan heating up over here to cook the sausage. So I've always suffered with anemia for as long as I can remember. Always suffered with anemia. And, and low platelet counts. I mean, to the point where they did a test to see how fast I clot. I remember that distinctly. Now, platelets and anemia are very common in folks who have lupus. Is it the end-all be-all? No. But it has been found to be in patients with lupus. And I've suffered with this, for as long as I can remember. Spam. I'm going to go ahead and cook it all, because the little one likes it too. Some people go, ew, spam. Each his own, right? Am I convinced that it's lupus? I think so. I would love to have a diagnosis. I would love it, because all of these years, I have convinced myself that it was my thyroid, and none of these people knew what they were talking about. That's the way I've felt for years. I would love to have a diagnosis. It's more commonly found in African Americans, Asians, and I think Latinos, almost always in women. So it's more common in women. It also affects folks who are very photosensitive. to sunlight, UV rays, and I am like the epitome of that. I could be in the sun for 15 minutes. This was prior to going carnivore, and just burn like somebody had put me in the oven at 500 degrees for 10 minutes. That's the way it was to me, and I would get sick. So sick when I got burned. I also realized that when I was in the sun, I would break out with these sores. You guys, these are new. These just popped out on me probably 3 days ago, and they don't come one at a time. They come in batches. And I also realized that I get that malar rash across my face when I'm exposed to the sun, but I thought it was just because I was flush or I was hot or whatever after being in the sun. No, it's called the malar rash or the butterfly rash, which is common in lupus. Both of my grandmothers suffered with rheumatoid arthritis. Now, had my mother lived beyond 54, I highly believe that she probably would have rheumatoid arthritis too. I actually think back at a lot of the women in my family, and I think they may have had lupus. I do. I don't know. I'm going on and on. Sorry. I think my quest for answers kind of jaded me a little bit, because all the signs for me pointed to thyroid. And it would always, my thyroid panel, or even just the minimal amount of thyroid testing that they would do, would always come back within range. So it was very discouraging for me. So I had resigned myself to, this is my life, this is how I'm going to live it, and you know, you buck up, buttercup, and you plow through. And that's the way my life has been for a lot of years. I just plowed through because I had no answers. I guess I just came to the conclusion that I'm never going to have an answer, because, you know, you get a lot of dismissive physicians that you're just a crazy old lady, or in my case, in some points, you're overweight. That's why, you know, eat right, exercise, you'll be better. Whatever. That was mostly the attitude that I got. And a lot of women are dismissed for things that they know their body is going through, but you can't express that to people because, especially male doctors, no bashing on male doctors, but you guys, it's just a bitchy old lady whining and complaining and nagging, you know. Get your hair cut, eat right, eat a salad, and go exercise. Am I right? Oh my gosh. No. It almost never fails that the dog will bark. Spam is almost done. I'm going to throw a couple of these sausage patties in. I was going to have some eggs, but I think I'm going to lay off the eggs for a couple of days, because I literally was eating eggs in some form or fashion every single day since the last time I recorded. And at some point, egg burnout is a real thing. Okay, so I'm going to look on the Spam can to see how much a serving is. And I have my scale. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bowl on my scale. Serving size is 2 ounces, so I'll go ahead and weigh out probably 6 ounces. Let's take a look here. It's 1.7, 3.1, 4.7. Let's try this one. 5.9. I can't get it any better than that. So we'll say 6 ounces, but I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me turn it around here. 5.9. And it may be backwards to you. It may look like 2.6. I don't know. But it's 5.9. So 6 ounces. Ooh, that's a nice crispy piece. Let me put that one in and take this one out. 5.7. Okay. Now, my sausage is smoking over here. That's annoying. Let me turn that off. I do not want my fire alarm to go off because that shit went off the other day. Check my bacon. So here is the Spam. 6 ounces of Spam. I'm not really using an app anymore for some crazy reason. I tried to get on my, what is that one called? I can't remember. It was an app I used to use to track all my food. And I can't for some reason get back on it. Every time I try to create a new password, it'll say this, this email is already being used. Yes, I know this, but it's mine, you dummies. I'm trying to change the password. Anyway, I can't get back on it. So, and you don't really need to track when you're doing carnivore. Is it good to track? Probably, to see what you're doing, but I just eat until I'm comfortably full. I drink my water, and then if I get hungry again, I eat something. If I don't, I don't. So, all right, guys, as of today, I am at 206.2, I believe it was. I didn't take a picture of it, but 206.2. And I noticed my views from the time I got back, I believe it was 6 months, 5 months, something like that, before I have steadily started to go down. And that was one of my fear of coming back and starting to record again, is views would just steadily go down. But I do have some loyal folks out there. I have some new folks out there who are interested in my story. So I will continue to film for you guys because I love you all so much. And I want to thank y'all for coming in and watching and supporting me. I appreciate you guys more than you can imagine. And yeah, I'll be back next Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be back next Wednesday. And we'll see where I'm at then. So everybody have a fantastic weekend. I love y'all so much. Please like and share. Thank you for coming back in and watching me. If you're new, guys, please subscribe. And continue to follow my nearly 8-year journey of keto, carnivore, ketovore. So, alright guys, until next time, I love you so much, and I'll see you again.